Well, here's a little story about what I had to go through to get this Chevy running the way I wanted it to. I know what it wants, and I just need to figure out how to get there. And this video will show you what happened. All right, here we go on another adventure. I got parts for the carburetor. Here's a throttle lever adapter, and that goes for the throttle cable. We got that. A new one. Got to put that on that linkage there. And then a kick down cable stud. I still have to locate the shift down cable. And then this bracket from Metalbrock. All these are from Metalbrock because the Metalbrock carburetor fits there. So we're going to go ahead and modify it, make sure everything works properly. I think that throttle cable, the throttle mount bracket could be improved as far as the placement along that throttle linkage. So, and then I got a part for this, another 3/8 fitting that goes in the back of the carburetor. So that I kind of just hand threaded on there for now. I'm going to put some sealant on it, put it in there. Okay, I got some pipe sealant, thread sealant. Put it on the first couple threads of this and tighten it up. Then I can get the evap system hooked up. I put gas in it already. Everything looks pretty good. I got a few vacuum lines that I need to at least address and cover it up so they're not leaks. And then I'm ready to start it. I'll tie those wires back. So here we go with another video. This is for Lupe. This is Lupe's truck. His Jimmy. He bought it brand new and he's used it. And now he's restoring it, or he wants me to. So, but he's participating with the most important part. All right, looks pretty good. I'll set you up. Let me work. All right, I got the thread sealant on there. There it is. Okay. I think I got my wrench here somewhere. Here it is. All right. There, 5/8. Okay, that's good. Got the 3/8 fuel hose for the brake booster. Let's go ahead and fit that on there. I'm not going to use any fittings or clamps fit for these. I'm just going to shove the hose on there. It's good enough. All right. All right. Let's see. I gotta take that bracket off anyway. Let's go ahead and do that. Much better. One and come on. Okay, take that off. 12 wires. Throttle cable. Okay, I got some work done on this. I put the spark plug wires and got them all routed up. And yeah, they don't just appear like that, you know, you gotta make it happen. So yeah, I'm getting the spark plugs, they're all wired up, and I can't even talk, but man, I got this throttle linkage in. Put the spring on there temporarily. I gotta find a better place to put that spring. But this is looking good. I got some vacuum hoses on, at least one to the vacuum advance on the distributor. And then I gotta do some wiring. I gotta get the gauge. This is the gauge. And then the temperature sense. That's for the temperature gauge, and this one is a temperature sensor down here. I gotta wire this one. Let's see if I can file it. There it is. Now you're upside down. Boom. So I gotta make that connection, and then that's it. Got some vacuum hoses. I got caps, so I can put caps on right now. I filled it with gas already. I got 5 gallons of gas in there. I gotta prime that carburetor. I'll fill the bowl and then start it up. It's got a new fuel pump. I need a PCV valve. I gotta go get that. And some T's. 3/8 T and a 7/32 and 3/8. So let's see what else. I'm gonna charge this battery. Gotta get the battery charging on. And I need coolant. I need to grab some coolant. And the detent cable. Oof, that's been a problem. I haven't been able to locate that for nothing. I don't know. I got a 44 or 42-inch cable, something like that. And this one that I have, that I took off, was a 36-inch. So what the heck? Shoot, I'm almost ready to do the AC now. Let's get it started first, Chris. Hold your horses. All right, let's see if it's got any juice. No fuel. That's try number 1, the battery's dead. All right, let's see what this battery says. 12.35. Okay. .37. Let that run for a minute. I'm gonna get the remote starter just in case there's a problem with the ignition switch. All right, hold tight. All right, let me go cut the key on. Plugged in, looks like it. What do you want? Let's test for ignition. There we got battery voltage, which says 11.8. Goes in the battery port. I have to trace those wires. I don't think I got them wrong, but you never know. Alright, now do I have spark? Got the ignition backfires, so I must have got it on compression stroke. Thought I did. What do you think? Start, come on. Let's see, I'm getting to my test light. Come on. Oh, okay. Time to stop. All right, I pulled out number 1 spark plug, and I'm gonna check compression, see if I'm on. Right there. All right, perfect. It's on there. Now I gotta take the distributor cap off and see where that thing's at. Okay, come on now. Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh, darn it. There I go. There it is. One more. Come on. Give it to me. All right. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Right on. It's right there. Want to see it? Can you see it? It's right here. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Right there. Okay. It's in the right spot anyway. Right there. It's on there. Should start right there. Okay, let's put it back in there. 1, 2. Oh, come on. 3. Gotta hold your tongue right. I'm doing the Braille method. Can't look. Come on. Get that thing down in there. Oh, gosh. This is hard work, man. It's kind of stuck. But it's right. It's right there. That spark plug didn't smell like fuel. That should start. I mean, come on. guess I should put the sparkler back in. Alright, let me check the timing wires. Alright, I got my timing light out. I'm going to put it on there and start it up and see what happens. Well, I got it fired up, but I didn't get it on film, so I messed up. That's typical for me. Alright, let me just see what the hell. How's that? It's after. I need it before. More. More. Okay. Interesting. Get the item. What was that? Oh, what? Okay. That's a no-no. Wait. What happened? Okay. All right, so it runs. I just got to do some tuning. That'll take a minute. But let me just let you have a look at it. I mean, the hoses, the vacuum hoses and the wires, well, the wires are pretty much done. There's some tying back and stuff. And the vacuum hoses, I got to sort out the EGR and the vacuum advance, and the timing's almost there. I just need to get it warmed up and then I can time it again. I think I saw a little bit of coolant leak underneath the thermostat housing. Yeah, that's true. And I got that other stuff in there. So vacuum hoses, there's for the AC, I gotta find those. I think it's that one right there. I'm gonna have to put another hose on there. I gotta get a new a charcoal canister. And yeah, but she runs. She runs. All right, I gotta get a hole on number 6. So I'm gonna take the spark plug out and do a compression test. Alright, I took the spark plug out and it had some stuff on it. Looked like it was fouled out. I heated it up with a torch and cleaned it off with the wire brush. And I did a compression test and that was fine. So let's see what happens. Still misfires a little bit. Alright, I got the valve cover off. I got some issues here. Where is it? That one. That's number 4. Number 4, I don't know what it is. Exhaust intake. That's exhaust. And then number 8. I think number 6, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, scary. Let me disconnect the distributor. Oh, shit happens. Shit happens. Let's see. That's number 6 right there. Alright, well, those aren't loose. That one is though. Alright, let me adjust those. I'm putting this EGR valve on so I can start it up, but the valve cover's off. I want to see it run and watch those valves. I want to see the oil come to the top of the heads. But what I don't know at this point is those EGR gaskets are giving me a big problem. The orientation is very specific and the gaskets are critical, so I need to get those right before I can get this thing totally hooked up. cut all these damn trees. Trees for days, like Jolene would say. Shit. Gotta cut all those trees. That sucks. Alright, it's a new day. We're gonna try to get this thing running right. Get it idling. Start by pulling the plug and just reevaluating the cylinder. I'm gonna see if I got spark all the way to the spark plug. I'm gonna check that compression again. Yeah, so I don't know why it's misfiring or why it doesn't idle. I haven't touched the carburetor adjustments yet. Usually those carburetors come preset and you just put them on the motor and everything's all dialed in. You have very little adjustments on it, so I don't want to mess with that until I know this motor's running good. So here I go. Okay, I think I see a problem. Let's see if this can pick it up. So right here is the edge of the intake manifold EGR port. Right there you can see that's where it clamps down on this. So all this is overhanging. And so if I move this little area right here extends over the part where it's supposed to seal. So that's my potential vacuum leak. I believe that's where it's at. That cylinder's getting leaned out because of that vacuum leak, because it's on number 6 cylinder and this EGR port just happens to be on the number 6 runner. Alright, I've been putting this off for a little bit. I had to get my truck painted. I haven't got this thing running right yet, so we're gonna go ahead and get this truck going. So let's see, I think my plan is from the last time I'm going to adjust the valves. I got the carburetor all situated as far as gaskets go. And everything seems to be fine. The intake's not leaking. I haven't done a vacuum leak test. I did one and then I found some leaks. I haven't done another one to see if I corrected every vacuum leak. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do the valves and then I'm gonna check for vacuum leaks and then see if I can't tune this thing up. All right, I got to take care of this alarm situation. It's not working right. It doesn't activate the starter with the key switch key. So I already cut it right here. It's the purple wire they used to interrupt the circuit. Cut that one right there. Right there. And then turn it around. Got the other one. There it is. I gotta fix that wire and then just take that alarm out of there. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm jammed up underneath this dashboard. Okay, I have a lot of time doing this repair. The other side of the purple wire. Let's see, that's my repair right there. Took out the #1 spark plug. I'm going to check where that TDC is and mark it on the flywheel or the harmonic balancer. All right, I got the valve covers off, and there's a loose valve over here. That's loose right there. But I took the spark plug out, #1 spark plug, and I found top dead center. And so now I'm gonna mark it on the harmonic balancer because it's off a little bit. See if I can shine that on there. I mean, there's really no mark on this. It's hard to see. Let's see, what am I looking at? The tube. There we go. Right there at the bottom. There's a mark on the harmonic balancer. And then there's the mark on the... All right, we'll mark that. So after I did a valve adjust on this Jimmy, I found out that the few of the lifters were not, the plungers were stuck in them. So they weren't able to be adjusted. So I'm going to go ahead and take this intake off and put a new set of lifters on it. I went ahead and laid out all my lifters and my push rods in this little box, and I'm going to show you how when you push down on the plungers in this thing, you can see if they operate or not. And the ones I have pulled out of the line do not move up and down like this one does. That one, it doesn't. And knock it over by pushing on it. This one doesn't move either. That one doesn't move. And this one does. That one moves. So I went ahead and replaced the whole set. I don't want to have any problems with this. I'm just going over it again to convince myself. All right, when I went to number 8 cylinder, I found that this push rod was bent. So I had to go get another push rod to replace this one. It's super easy to detect if any of these push rods are bent. You can just spin it between your fingers and you can feel if it's bent or not. And you can't have them bent or they won't spin, and they need a spin in the motor. Keeps them from wearing out. Alright, I went and got a push rod. We'll go ahead and put that in there and finish adjusting these valves. And the way you adjust these valves is you bring them up to top dead center so the valves are closed. And then you spin the push rod and tighten the nut on the rocker until you have 0 valve lash. That means you can barely start to feel the tension on the push rod. And then you do a 1/2 to 3/4 turn to set this push rod in the center of the travel of the plunger on the lifter. Alright, it's a new day. I got this all cleaned up. I'm ready to put it all back together. I got the valves adjusted and all Loctited, and then I'm ready to just wipe it down. I got it all scuffed up, so I'm gonna put some silicone on the ends, and then I'm gonna drop the intake on there. And I don't use those end inserts here. I just don't. Just, you know. So I just put a big old bead of silicone on there, and then I drop it on there and smooge it. I get to some sealant on all of the threads. I put some Teflon sealant, the liquid type, on there, so I don't have any problems. So yeah, I got a little bit of cleaning up to do. Then I'll get the intake, and then I'll put the valve covers, and then I'll put everything else, and then I'll put the distributor, and then I'll line it up and time it up, and hopefully it starts and runs good this time. I've been messing with this for way too long. But, you know, it's just like any other old car. You start working on it, you never know what you're getting into. So at this point, I'm going to just pray that everything else is good with this motor. I have no idea why it bent a rod. I mean, not a rod, but a push rod. One of the push rods was bent, and I don't know why. And then there was a couple of studs that were out of position, so I got a hammer and just beat them down into position. And so I got them all at the right height. And I got my measurements. I started right here, and then I just started memorizing them. See that 1.46? That's where a couple of them were. So I just went ahead and beat it down, and it was fine. We're going to call it good, and this motor is going to be great, and it's going to run awesome, and then I can move on to other stuff. Alright, I'm about ready to put this intake in. I got these bolts cleaned up. I got the threads cleaned. I chased them with the dye, and I put some Teflon sealer on the threads. I also cleaned out all of the threads for the intake, and I'm about ready to put some silicone sealer on it. I'll put a big bead here, and then I'll go around the water ports on both sides of the gasket, and that's it. I'll bolt it down by hand, torque it in a spiral sequence, and then I'll let it sit. I'll get the other stuff put back together. All right, let me get a shot of this. See how I prepped it. I just did the edges, the water jackets. Now I'll go ahead and set you up and watch me put this intake on. So here we go. Don't mind my grunts and groans. I'm sure I'm gonna grunt and groan on this one. Alright, I'm gonna go grab the intake. This thing is heavy. Sitting on the radiator core. Getting ready to climb in here. Where are we at? I've been doing this for years and years. This is just what I do. I love it. Gotta love the Chevys. And I do. And I do. Big old freaking bead. Oh yeah, I might want to put my gasket on first. Set that there. Push that in there. Tell it to behave. Stay. Pull this one. Says this side up on it. Put it in there. Set it just right. Push it in there. Seat it into the silicone that you put on, that I put on. Now, let me put this bead right over the top of that. Here it is. Money. Just like that. I'll put the lid back on this tube so I can squish it up. Alright, now you tell everything to stay out of your way. Stay out of my way. Like that. Just tell it. Stay out of my way. Stay out of my way. Check my silicone. It's gonna be just fine. Is it low right there? I can't have that. Nah, it's good. Okay. Now here's the hard part. I'm gonna take my gloves off so I don't get silicone all over the dang manifold I just painted. Come here. Okay, here we go. Grab it right. Steady. Oh shit, I got a wire right there. Stupid. Didn't I say stay out of my way? There it is. Okay. 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 Come on. One. These are really short. I don't like them, but that's what came out. Maybe I'll switch them out. I don't know. Probably not. Thought I had it memorized. One of these goes back there. I think it's that one. I need a washer on this. Yeah, I'll get this washer here. I have a feeling I'll be switching these bolts around a little bit. Okay. All right, so I just need to tighten those things down. I usually do it with just a wrench. Alright, it's kind of noisy out here, but I got this thing running. It's good. It's because I dialed it in myself all the way from the beginning. Still got a little lifter noise, but that'll go away. They're all adjusted correctly. So yeah, it was a long, hard fight on this one. I'm glad it came together. I should have just started that from the beginning. You never know. You just never know. All right, let me move forward.